Ripley, Charleston, Chesapeake, start thinking about where you would go because this line is barreling east. So option one, basement. If option one is not available, you want to go to the lowest floor of your home, away from windows, interior closet, maybe an interior bathtub, and you want to get low to the ground, and you want to cover your head like that. You want to crouch and get low to the ground. This is a dangerous line of storms, and I know a lot of schools are in session, as Brandon has been mentioning. Schools should go to the hallway, get away from windows, and ride this thing out because these are some nasty winds quickly advancing east.
And folks, like if you live in Charleston, Chesapeake on this line, you still got maybe about 30 minutes until that line gets here. If you live in a mobile home, you absolutely don't want to be there right now. You got time to maybe move to a sturdier shelter, whether that's a neighbor's house. I wouldn't go anywhere longer than 5 minutes away because take a look at this. This is what's moving through Hurricane right now. And yeah, that's Brandon's outside. So Brandon just stepped outside. That is the tornado sirens going off here in Kanawha County. So on the east end of Charleston, tornado sirens are going off.
Sorry about that, Brandon. But yeah, tornado sirens are going off here in Charleston. This is something I've never experienced. I've grown up here, and I've never heard tornado sirens in downtown Charleston. So this just gives you an idea of how serious the situation is.
Part of whatever building you're in. If you're in your home, you want to be in the center part of your house. If you're at work, you want to be in the center part of your work as well.
So I think we have C.W. Sigmund online right now. C.W., thanks for joining us. We just heard the warnings go. Okay, I think we're.
Can you hear him?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm on the way to the 911 center right now, so I don't have a whole lot of information of where they're at, but we've got the WIA alert from the Weather Service, and we got notification there was a tornado warning. So we've activated the sirens out of an abundance of caution. That's our procedure. We have a tornado warning in Kanawha. We're going to sound all the sirens.
Another person on the line now.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, Brandon, but we've got Gordon Mary. He's an EMS with Cabell County. Gordon, thanks for joining us right now. What have you seen across Cabell County as this storm line swept through?
Okay, 31st Street, we got a tractor trailer that's been blown over.
And that's on the leading edge, too. Okay, that's hurricane force.
If you live
that is hurricane force winds right now moving through Charleston.
If you live in Charleston right now, you need to seek shelter now. You need to do it now. Interior room, lowest level of your home. This is South Charleston, I-64. Brandon, I haven't seen anything
I haven't
like
either,
this.
And we might want to start thinking here locally.
We probably need to let everybody know in the newsroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Get away from the windows.
Yeah. So we definitely need to seek shelter.
We've got a tin roof here. And these wind gusts are nothing to mess around with.
If you're just now joining us, you haven't been paying attention to the weather. If you live in Charleston, you need to get to shelter right now. The lowest level of your home, the interior room. I hate to be stern with you, but this is a very serious situation right now. We just saw what happened in South Charleston with the West Virginia 511 camera. Those winds are just all over the place. And
our power's going out.
Our power is taking a hit here. Our generator should kick in.
All right. Okay, guys. Might want to go in here. Shelter now. Shelter now.
Hang on with me.
Yep.
I would say interior wall. Interior wall.
Back here, guys.
Hey, guys, come here.
Shelter here at Eyewitness News. And we've got very strong, intense winds coming through Charleston right now. We heard a roof. It almost sounded like it was lifting a little bit. Okay, we're taking this very seriously because there were reports of 90 mile per hour winds, which is very intense. So right now, Charleston, this is coming through Charleston as we speak. Sissonville up along the Elk River. Take shelter right now.
Sorry,
you're fine.
our viewers here, we're just trying to get our co-workers to safety.
Get away from windows and get to the lowest floor. and cover your head.
Are we still on? I just want to double check and
I'm
make
not
sure.
sure, but we gotta. We'll roll with it like we are because I'm not sure about that. I don't know if there's anyone we could speak with that would is available right now.
I can double check myself here just to make sure. Again, Brandon, this is very serious.
Well, it is, and you know I'm not trying to let my emotions come through here, but you know my daughter's in Sissonville with my parents right now.
We are still on.
I'm sure all of us are stressed about this.
We are still on the air here. Let me see if I can pull up some more cameras here.
Kid is in school, so a lot of kids are in school right now.
All right, so Hannah Klein, one of our reporters, she's over in, I believe, Cabell County right now. Going to send it over to her. Hannah, what are you seeing there right now?
This is a tractor trailer that has overturned. Now, they have moved it over back on its wheels, but you can see that the Department of Highways, the fire department, they are right now assessing the scene.
How much are you seeing here in Kanawha County?
Brandon, we're seeing some significant damage. I'm in South Charleston on Central Avenue, and take a look at this tree right here. This tree has been uprooted. This is at the corner of Central Avenue and Monroe Street. You can see it's blocking the entire roadway.
Ben Salango with us now. And Commissioner Salango, you were in the midst of all this also downtown when this happened. What did you see?
Yeah, I mean, we thankfully we had a lot of warning. You know, we activated EOC very early to make sure that we had people there over at Metro 911 getting ready to take calls. Metro's actually had over 500 calls in the last hour. They're now taking calls from Lincoln County as well. We have tractor trailers over on the interstate. We've had numerous buildings with structural problems. I know 1031 Courier Street has sustained some damage. On my way here, the old Stone and Thomas building on Lee Street, the windows were blown out of it. Sheriff Rutherford just texted me. He is sending all non-essential employees home. This is video of the Shawnee Sports Complex. Obviously, our flagpole is over. That object there on the left, that's the underside of a golf cart that was blown around, several signs down.
But as you said, these are things that can be repaired.
Those are all
we only
things, you know,
have seconds left.
yeah, we've lost about 10 or 15 goals, you know, soccer goals. We can fix those.
Eyewitness News anchor and reporter Daniel Burbank is live with us right now with that.
Here on Kanawha Boulevard at the corner of Kanawha Boulevard and Brook Street. And I'll tell you, we have seen many police cars. We've also seen a lot of the city employees just driving by, trying to at least take inventory to wrap their heads around the amount of damage that's here. I'm going to try and move the camera here. I'm shooting this on my cell phone, but this is one of the large trees that is down here at the corner. And in fact, I think I can flip around the camera and show you this was strong enough to rip down the power lines here.
Anthony, we saw you in South Charleston earlier, and I know you're in that coverage area of South Charleston, Dunbar now. What can you see at this point?
Yeah, Jennifer, we've moved to Dunbar, where there's been a serious incident here along I-64 in the Tudor's Biscuit World parking lot. As you can see, a billboard has fallen. It's landed on a car that was empty at the time, thankfully. No one was in this car, but it has absolutely crushed it. And not just that, it's also caused significant damage along this entire parking lot here. As you can see right beside the restaurant, just barely missing it as this billboard and the entire structure came down.
Eyewitness News starts right now with severe weather.
Tornado warnings and watches dominating the day. Wind gusts of anywhere from 60 to 100 miles per hour, leaving a path of destruction. Right here, you're looking at video as the powerful storm slammed downtown Charleston just after 11 o'clock this afternoon.
And those winds tearing off roofs, ripping trees from the ground. And here in Milton, they were strong enough to bring down a giant billboard in the Malcolm Springs subdivision. As it came down, it ripped off the front of a home.
And here's a look from our Sky Team drone. Shows the damage from above. The roof of the Gestamp building in South Charleston blown completely off.
Governor Jim Justice is now calling for a state of emergency in 4 counties. We have crews across the tri-state.
Yeah, starting with Anna Saunders. She's in Dunbar, where a billboard is still laying across Fairlawn Avenue. There's also a man who says he's lucky to be alive to tell that story.
Yeah, that's right. It's a scene that really takes your breath away and a chilling story to match. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the man who owns the car that was crushed was just in it right before the storm came. He was able to make it inside.
Ronnie Howard calling himself somewhat lucky.
The Geno's Tutors employee says he's lucky he had just stepped out of his car before the storm, but unlucky because when the billboard came down, it was his car that took the brunt of it.
I could hear debris hitting the side of the building, and I'm thinking, oh, that must be bad out there. A few minutes later, employees run in and say, Ron, it's your car. I think they're playing a joke on me. And I come outside, and that's what I see.
Now, this area here of Farallon Avenue still shut down, and it is still very much an active scene as a lot of heavy equipment has been brought in. They're even beginning the process of starting to put a strap along the base of this billboard, maybe going to try to lift it up so they can get the car out from under it. We will be here throughout the evening to bring you updates. Live in Dunbar, Anna Saunders, Eyewitness News.
Anna, thank you. And continue our team coverage now in Proctorville, Ohio, where meteorologist Dante Ricky is live. He's in front of Fairland Elementary School.
Severe thunderstorms earlier today produced extensive damage to the school building. Take a look behind me here. If you look up by the roof, there are pieces of the roof that have been torn off of this building by severe thunderstorms and strong wind gusts, even some of the bricks away. Now, the one advantage is that this occurred during the regularly scheduled spring break for the students, so no one inside the building at the time when this happened. To show you that a good portion of the roof has been blown away and debris scattered across the property. Now, it's very hard to judge the strength of the wind gusts and the speeds just by what we can see here from the damage. But the National Weather Service office in Charleston will likely be sending a storm damage survey team to Proctorville and several other locations across that region sometime tomorrow.
Dante, thank you. Now, Daniel Burbank is live in Charleston, where the city has seen quite a bit of damage. So, Daniel, how do things look right now?
Well, from our perspective, from one Kanawha County billboard to another, let's walk you a little bit closer to show you the magnitude of the damage in this particular location. This billboard, instead of on a car, is on top of a laundromat. I mean, you can see just from the force of this, it bending the steel, and this is a very heavy structure. You see that bow from the billboard all the way arcing over the building, landing on the ground, debris, glass everywhere. This is just one situation in many in Kanawha County. Now, Kanawha County is in a state of emergency, one of those counties in a state of emergency. The Kanawha County Commission asking Governor Jim Justice to issue that after this morning's damage, especially with more hazardous weather on the way. Told that there's been reports of tornado touchdowns in the western portion of Kanawha County that cannot officially be confirmed until the National Weather Service sends those experts, as meteorologists Dante Ricky and Doug Harlow were talking about, before they can officially make those decisions. Now, word also just coming in from the West Virginia Department of Education announcing a short time ago all Kanawha County schools will be closed tomorrow.
Guys, we've seen numerous power outages through the day today. Right now, AEP is actually reporting 122,000 customers without power. I want to go through some of the counties with you. In Kanawha County, we've got nearly 60,000 in Kanawha County without power right now. You head over to Putnam County, 7,000 without power there. Counties like Lincoln County, 4,800 doesn't seem like a very significant number in Lincoln County compared to that 60,000 in Kanawha County. But here's the thing, Lincoln County is a very low population compared to Kanawha County.
Damage reported in 19 counties, including many right here in our region. Tonight, Gil McClanahan joins us from one of the hardest hit areas, Boyd County.
I'm here in the Ironville community of Boyd County, Kentucky. As you can see behind me, this area is where the storm left a path of destruction.
I've been in emergency service here on the fire department for 30 years, and this is the worst I've seen in our district area.
Boyd County, Kentucky was one of those first areas to get hit really hard. We saw a wind gust report of 102 miles per hour. 102 mile per hour wind gust was reported in Boyd County, Kentucky. And obviously with that damage there, that kind of corroborates the story there of that 102 mile per hour gust. This was actually a confirmed tornado in Boyd County, Kentucky from earlier. The damage was so significant from photos that the National Weather Service didn't wait to go out there yet. They just went ahead and declared this as an EF1 tornado earlier. That's very rare. Usually National Weather Service offices go out first, survey the damage, then confirm it as a tornado, but they confirmed this as an EF1 tornado just by looking at some of those pictures. Also, Proctorville hit very hard here. This is from Joshua Murdoch. He's a trained storm spotter in the area. This is just a complete mess in Proctorville. You can see a home there with the roof completely ripped off. Also, we've seen this from Sam's Club over in Charleston, over towards Southbridge. Take a look at the doors and Sam's Club there, completely blown through there. So that just shows you the gravity of these winds. I want to show you some other photos here. Take a look at this video just from Evan here in Charleston. They said this was tornado footage. Again, we don't have any confirmed tornadoes in the Charleston area, but take a look at these winds just rushing into the parking garage there. That was likely just one of the last spots that Evan could go to. Look at that debris just shattering right in front of him there from that big rush of wind. So again, this was a very dangerous situation as it rolled through. Many folks in work, a lot of kids in school at the time as this rolled through in the morning. So it's a good thing we haven't had any reports of injuries or deaths with this.
All right. Thanks, guys, both of you, for your hard work today, keeping all of us informed, help protect our families. Brandon Lawson, 16-hour day. He's double duty. So we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, for sure.